Hello, hello, beautiful people. I'm here from the road, from the nebulous, at an odd time, but I had a few minutes, so I figured, why not just take the opportunity to go live? You know, why not? I get it. You're at work, you have a life, but it's fine. You can come back to this later. I wanted to take a look at some footage. I thought maybe I'd make a video out of this. Maybe I still will, but I thought it would be fun to go over just some quick footage from a trip I took a couple years back. Aberdeen, Scotland. William Justice first in the chat. Let me know if the audio is too bad. I'll switch to my headphones. I don't know what it sounds like right now. But yeah, I took this trip to Aberdeen, Scotland. I saw two pet store fish. One was a more general pet store. The other one was like more of a fish store. And there were some interesting differences. William says audio is good here. Okay, perfect. There were some interesting differences. And I thought it would be kind of fun because when I first did this, I was just getting into the fish hobby. There was no Discord. I didn't know anyone on the YouTubes. I don't know if I had started going to club meetings yet. So it will be funny, like looking back now that I've been doing this longer, and kind of seeing what the differences are. And I was filming on like a little GoPro, and a few times I like talk and give a few thoughts. So I guess I may as well just let myself from a few years back give the introduction. Okay. So I'm gonna go check out this. Wait, what's the shop called? The pet. What you said? Something in pets. Reddit said, stay away. But I say, we gotta see what. Or should we be grateful for Petco? Do we just not know how good we got it? What's the Scottish competition? Don't want to say British. I don't like that. They don't. At least that's what my Scottish culture consultant says. She doesn't talk much. Something pet. That is what the first one we're looking at here. What I looked back, just to give some context to how much effort was put into going to this store in Scotland. So I left some. Let me pull some other footage. It wasn't like I could just walk down the street and go to the store in Aberdeen. Like, I'm not gonna say Aberdeen's like in the middle of nowhere, but like, bro, I was by the University of Aberdeen, and you like look up the fish shops or whatever. It was a little bit of a little bit out the way, so actually had to like take a bus all the way out to where the town or whatever the heck they call it that this fish store was at. And let me see if I got a shot. Yeah. So this is after we just got off the bus stop for one of the stores. You could see like it's kind of like in the middle of nowhere. Like it's not the most populous area. Like it's like a neighborhood and then just grasslands. It's not like a city or a town. Let's see. What up, fool? What's up, Jesse? Hello, Nick, and everyone in the chat. Gonna lurk while I work. And this was something pet. That other shot was actually from the other fish store. And let me open up the footage and see if I can find more of the surrounding area. Just why not give a little bit of extra context to things, Because I did film a lot. So here, you'll see some of my walk down to the store. You can see my dedication. My dedication to the cause. So just walking around from the bus stop, and I think the something pet is one of these buildings back there. Let me see. Oh, this is I think this is from like actually in the downtown Aberdeen, so we're probably walking to go to the bus stop or something like that. To see some of that architecture. Let's see if this trickles down into the fish store. Okay, so here we go. Something pet or pets at home. This is pets at home. I don't know why it's rotated the wrong way, but that's what that says. Pets at home. Let me rotate it. Let me not be lazy. Let me get the full effect. I made this all wide, so let's see. 90 degrees, is it? That will fix this. Oh, 180. There you go. Pets at home. Pet shop, vet surgery, and pet grooming. Wow. The groom room, and then vets for pets. So here we go into the store, and like I said before, this is like a more broad pet store. The next one we look at will be only fish, but this is more like a Petco thing. This dude gonna start wearing kilts, ayo. No, I'm not gonna start wearing kilts yet. Is it just me or is the volume really low? Oh wait, is that better? I did have it turned down by accident. Sorry, Jorge. Okay, so I don't know why I filmed this in like fast speed, but so here we go. We're walking in, and it's actually pretty cool. Like, they got this whole like pet den you can kind of see on the left there. I think I'll come back and look at that later. And if I turn the speed down on this, let's see, do I kind of do 50? So go through, you see a very clean store. It has like a second floor up there. We'll go up there later. We're going through the pet food. Yeah, now this is what we want to get to. I see the fish. It was very reminiscent of like a Petco situation. I think the lights were like malfunctioning actually when I went, so Jorge, he's really far away, not far enough. Bro, we just sat down for like 2 hours talking. You think we'd be cool by now? You still want a beef? Oh my gosh. Okay, so check this out. Let's see how they compare to the warnings we get here. We're gonna test for sure. On this sign, you'll see that it says, even the cleanest water can be less than perfect. Ask us about a free water test for your tank. Bring us a sample. We'll happily check it for free. Look at that. We're fanatical about fish points. It's our way of making sure you have just the right amount of fish in your tank. What are fish points? And there are traffic light systems. So red is fish with special requirements. Yellow is peaceful fish, but keep with caution. Yo, if someone was like, oh, Jimmy, he's a peaceful guy, but let him into your house with caution, like, I'm not sure exactly if that's gonna be comforting to me, but hey, it is what it is. And then green is peaceful community fish. Now another thing, when I went there, I believe it's like more of a serious thing owning a pet store there. Like, I think you have to have like certain kind of permits and stuff, or even to work there. It's like more of a requirement. So that's just something to keep in mind. It's like, I do think generally some of the stuff there is better just because they take some things more seriously. That was something that I heard. So here we got the honey gouramis, and if we enhance, let's see if we can enhance and see the price. There was a lot of like deals. So you see, this says, I think this is the honey gourami. So 2 for 10 pounds, or 5.49 pounds each. So there's a lot of those like 2-for-1 deal situations when I was there, that I noticed. And then let me just stop doing the scale here. Go back. Okay, we got the honey gourami here. And look, we got some plants. Assorted, it looks like an assorted Java fern or something on stone. 2 for 32 pounds. Not bad for on stone, you know. I feel like Petco or PetSmart tried this. Which one did they try? Okay, we can see these prices a bit more. We got a koi betta, 18 pounds. Another betta, 18 pounds. Each, no deals on these. Dragon scale betta, 18 pounds. So the betta's the same prices. No 2-for-1 deal with the betta for obvious reasons, probably. Okay. Oh, those were they had the moss balls, Marimo moss balls. Let's see, what's those? Looks like 3. It looked like 3 for 12 pounds. That's not bad. Okay, just going through looking at the stock here. We got. Oh, did I make this upside down? I'm filming like a maniac. It's because I got the GoPro. I don't know how to act. Okay, let me rotate this. 180. Assassin snails. 4 assassin snails for 10 pounds. Okay, not bad. 6 cherry barbs for 12.50 pounds. And then we got assorted Tropica wood medium. It looks like a plant at 2 for 32 pounds. And yep, that was 3 for 12 pounds on the moss balls. And look, we got these familiar faces, cichlids coming up in here. Okay. Let's see what Jesse said. I just sold 5 assassins for $10. Audra said, I have assassins I need to get out of my fish room. I'll take them. Oh, we got all these platies.
That should be fun.
Uh-oh. We got some endlers. What else we got? Okay, I'll click another one. Or the red guys. As a puffer keeper, I need my snails. Ooh, this was kind of cool. Neon dwarf rainbows, 4 for 13.50 pounds. Not bad. I was kind of surprised to see they had apple snails for sale at the time. I thought they didn't allow apple snails in over there, but I may have forgotten. We got neon tetra, 6 for 10 pounds. Extra small wood plus Java fern, 2 for 15 pounds. Jesse said 100. The puffer keepers unite for their need for their snail addiction. So far you can kind of see kind of the typical stuff in this store. But things do get a little bit different when we start looking at some of the dry goods stuff, or at least that's how I felt at the time. So let me just get this to the right size. And let me just do that. Yep. So we have a little Betta Fish pamphlet here. Nick, you'll understand shortly. Yep. So we got Betta Fish need a tropical temperature, live plants. Living alone means they're able to spread and display their colorful fins. And then it's got a list of the breeds and stuff like that. Okay. And then let's see. We got a new arrivals. We use marine biologists and special aquatic vets to carry out regular checks of every step of our fish's journey from breeders to our stores. Look at that. Jesse, no matter what, it seems I never have enough. I breed and buy at club auctions. Wow. Never have enough snails. What a problem to have. So these I thought were a little bit different. kind of see them some places, I guess, in the U.S., but not really. Like, I don't feel like these circular tanks are as much of a thing. But they were all over. Hey, Maduro Aquatics, what's up, Alex? How's it going? I have a tank of pea puffers and 15 Congo puffers. Oh my god, I can't wait to see that, bro. I cannot wait. So they had these tanks here that I think or definitely were more of a UK thing. I mean, this was a few years ago, maybe. I've seen more circular tanks since then, but also for how much they were like, I don't know if many people are buying a $100 circular tank over here or not. I mean, no one I know is, but we have these bio orbs. Is the brand Orb, okay, and it's 99 pounds for 30-liter Bi Orb, and I think if we're reading this right, yeah, it comes with the filter and LED. It is the height is 42 and width is 40, and the depth is 40 also, and that's centimeters, I assume. Yes, it is. And let's see, do I say any commentary? These bio orbs. Whew. Look at that. 150 pounds for a 30-liter bio orb halo. So it definitely seems flipped. It seems flipped at home wall. Oh yeah, so I remember what I was saying. So I was saying it kind of like it seems like the aquariums were way more expensive, where the fish were like cheaper. Like I feel like for this size tank, like 150 pounds for the Bi-Orb Halo 30L White. Like that is a lot for an 8-gallon tank. I think is about where that comes out to. And you can see here the lighting is like in the circle at the top, which I'm not sure if I like how that looks, honestly. I'd be curious to see if anyone has one of these planted up or whatever. I'd be curious to see a photo, but yeah, this definitely stood out to me as something a little bit different. And my computer needs to be charged. Where's my charging cord? My charging cord fell. Give me 1 second. But if anyone's seen these Bi orbs near them, let me know. I thought they were a little bit wild. Now, what's this check mark here? They have all these check marks. Let's see. It looks like cold water fish, check. Temperate fish, check. Tropical fish, heater required. So there you go. Don't get any ideas. I have 30 or something peas, 3 Congos, 1 avocado, 1 cheese, 2 adult humpback dragons, and 10 juvies from their last spawn. 10 juvies from the humpback dragon last spawn, because that's pretty cool. You know, I'm gonna have you on the stream talk about puffers at this rate. So you can see, they just from the check marks there, you can see they kind of have things listed, like you got the temperate aquarium. So with the temperate aquarium, you're getting 56 liters, and you're getting a 5-stage filter, LED light, and tap safe. So I guess it comes with a dechlorinator, right? And again, I think I at the time I felt like it was flipped, where some stuff was very expensive on the tank side. So here you got a 64-liter tank. Let's see, 64-liter, 16-gallon tank kit. 125 pounds. 125 pounds is like $168. Pretty expensive. And this is ideal for cold water aquarium or tropical planted aquarium. So kind of interesting. Definitely more emphasis on the temperature requirements of things. This cannot be for this kid, dog. It's over top a label that's 150 pounds for this cube, 55-liter cube. That's crazy. I mean, it comes with a lot of it's coming with the lighting and all that, so I guess but still, that seems kind of expensive. All right, now this is what we're talking about: 60 pounds, 22 liters, filter, heater, and LED. And I like that. And I like how they have backgrounds behind all the tanks on the shelving too. That's kind of fun. I had one, cool, but a pain to clean. Cleaning orb glass sounds like a huge pain in the ass. Yep, I agree. I don't have a complete kit, but I do have a bowl like that. But does it have the custom lid with the LED lights embedded? Around $60 for a cube with lights, heater, and filter. That sounds pretty comparable to what it would be at home. I'm gonna have to look up these. That's not too bad. Look at this light though. This light looks kind of crazy, right? I do think they have some cooler look. They had some cooler looking stuff. Like, it just maybe I just think it's cooler because it's different. But you got 110 pounds for this. That's 37 liter. And it did feel like there were way more, just like besides the orbs. Like, look, they got this diamond tank over here. This tiny diamond tank. So just some crazy look at these LED bars. It's like 3 little strips over here. Pretty wild. And then a bigger diamond, the Cyano Nexus diamond, 55 pounds, 14 liter, filter and LED lighting. It's kind of wild. It's like kind of wild. Gorgon, now what are you up in Scotland now? How cool. I'm not in Scotland at the moment, but this is from when I was in Scotland. I do want to go back. And see how things are now. But the next fish store we go over is it has a little bit more interesting things, because like I said, this is like the Petco equivalent. The other one is like a more of a LFS situation. But yeah, we got all these different little types of tanks, and the LED, they were still into the LED remotes at the time. All of them had these little remotes. I went over to look at the dry goods situation. So 5-in-1 test strips, 25 test strips, almost 20 pounds. We got the ammonia test strips, 25 test strips, 17 pounds. Who knows what all these prices are now post economic tumult. Oh yeah, I looked at the hamster cages and stuff a little bit too. Look at this giant enclosure they got for these guys. And it's like nice. It's like all the wood paneling. Like, come on. It's also getting to the filter once scaped. Yeah, is the filter in the bottom in those, or I don't even know where the filter is. But I really love this enclosure they had for the like the bunnies and stuff. I just thought it was super cool with the open tops, the wood paneling, and you know, they got all the stuff up there. Like, it was a nice store. I think Petco's and PetSmarts are starting to get a little bit nicer, kind of like this. But remember, this is like 2 years ago, so I feel like they were ahead of the game a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Look at these cool little cat grass towers they have here. Look. I love this stuff. Pet stores in the UK, man. Sorry. In Scotland. We'll be specific. All right. Next store. Hey Nick, it looks like the barbers in Scotland can't cut hair. They cut your eyebrow and left deep fade lines on the side. I did not risk go. I'm responsible for my haircut. Okay, I cut my own hair this time around. Okay, so this is another story. Yes, I had to go on quite the bus trip to make it to this one. Let me shut off my Discord because you guys just can't stop chatting. Don't you guys have something to do? Okay. Let me see. Let me get to the right place. Ah, here we go. So yes, me hopping off the bus stop. Like the LFS gotta be around here somewhere. And Jorge's just hating, dog. He wished he could grow this much hair. He's just hating. He's hating. So this is Pass Aquatics. Okay, Pass Aquatics. And funny thing, so you see this truck outside? This is kind of unusual. Okay, this is like an American truck or whatever, big truck. They don't have them like that out there. And I talked to the owner of the store, and he was like very excited about this truck. Like he like imported the truck. He was all about the American cars and stuff. Basically, he was flexing like he had a bunch of money. Was what he was on. So, hey, the store was making money for. He showed me a tank that he had of like all the red arowanas and stuff we can't get over here. So, kind of like a fish hype beast. So we got pets, aquatics, marine supplies, birds, reptiles, dog accessories, and more. Parrot cages, custom takes, dog supply, dog raw food, treats, one-stop pet shop, fish tanks, reptile food. So this is quite the store. Like, don't know much about birds and the condition of the bird enclosures, but check this out. Look at that snail. They had like terrariums, these giant snails in there. I'm backing up a little bit. Yeah, they got this little turtle. Look at that guy. Look at the turtle. Look at the mist tank down there. Wait a second. Is my thing not updating anymore? How long have you guys not been seeing what I'm seeing? That'd be hilarious. If so, you guys are terrible for not telling me sooner. But that's okay. That's okay. I'll move on from my anger. Let me just scale this back up. Okay. Jorge said, of course, when I get a fade, I look bald, but there's no hair on top. I'm always hating. If you ain't hating, you ain't living. I agree. Okay. Well, you guys can see this now. So here's the giant snails I was talking about. Here is a little turtle. Yeah. And then here is, the mist tank. Look at the plants in there. It's looking like John's house. So, for one store, I do feel like this was quite a lot of stuff going on. You reptile people, this is for you. I don't know anything about the reptiles, but there you go. There you go. I thought it was kind of a nice little setup. Birds, I always hate seeing the birds in the stores because to me it's like, be free, fly and be free. But they had quite a lot of birds. But we're looking for the fish. So let me go to the front. So you had some nice marine tanks here in the middle. Don't know anything about saltwater, but to me I was like, wow, look at all this coral and stuff. This is pretty fancy. Pretty fancy to me. Woo. I don't even know what these fish even are. Okay, and then look at this. Is a cool looking plant. It's got like the white outlines. I missed what it was when I went there. But here's some of the plant selection that they had. And I felt like everything was looking pretty nice. Pretty nice. Big shop lights over top. Let's see if I can catch any of the names. I bet I go back and look at the names. I have to. It wouldn't make any sense if I didn't, right? All the plants look nice. There's a bird store here, and 99% out of the cages all day. It's so cool. Big ass parrots too. Oh, that is really cool. So here's a bit of a more open shot of the whole store. So back there you got like the frozen foods, but they also had a bunch of live foods, which hopefully I find where I went up and looked at them. You see the freshwater tanks on the left, for the most part, all the marine stuff, and then up above on the second floor, that's where all the birds and things were. So, yeah, I guess this is the coral plugs. Alright, so I went up, they had the pea puffers on deck in here. Looking at those. Those are looking pretty nice. Let me see what the rest of my footage is, because I know I took more than that in a second. Being in a store full of uncaged birds sound not great. Is there bird poop everywhere? Come on, don't be so... Who knows what kind of lizards these are, by the way. These guys look so fun. They look majestic. You know, very majestic. I feel like... Let's see. What? Yeah, they had like live foods and bags there, which was pretty cool. Like Daphne and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to see if I filmed that or if I was lacking. Right now it's kind of looking like I was lacking, or I didn't load up everything properly ahead of time on for the stream. Give me a second. Let's see. Mickam said that white striped plant rarely makes it underwater, more of a swamp plant. Like a lily. Got to go. Great to see you streaming. Wait, let me go to that plant. Because I did think that plant was kind of weird looking at the time. Thanks for stopping in, Mick. But yeah. Let's see. You said... Okay, Jesse guesses bearded dragon. Only understands they sit on. Okay. The white striped plant. So you said that's more of a swamp plant. I forgot to hit transition, so you guys weren't even seeing it in the large mode. Yeah, anyone know what this plant is? Since I'm looking for stuff anyway. Is that a snake plant? See, that you guys would know better than I would. Truly. I didn't know. That's the thing, is like I was just like, there's so many things with the plants that I lose track. I really lose track of things quite quickly. And I remember taking a ton of footage from this. I must have been on my phone and my GoPro. So now I'm like, okay. Now I gotta go look at both. But okay, wait, here's something. I found something. So I can load it. Yeah. I've been growing one in my outdoor pond, but only the roots are in the water. Do you think it'd survive if you put the plant fully underwater long term like it is here? Because that's the question. If it did survive that way, I think it would look pretty cool. Close the door. Yeah, I'll do it 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Also, that snail looked pretty crazy looking. Let me see. Yeah, that giant snail. You don't think it would survive underwater? Yeah. But it's so cool looking. Come on, man. I just feel like that's not fair. Okay, I can't. I think the rest of the footage must have been on my phone, but let me go out to the wide shot. I actually have to leave in a second here anyway. I'll just stop it in real quick. I thought this would be a fun thing to just real quickly review. But yeah, let me look at this wide shot. I'll have to come back to this because I like went up with all the food and things like that. But you can see very organized, very nice. But it's all about this fridge back here that I wanted to show you because they had so many live foods just bagged up that it was crazy. I regularly see mondo grass of PetSmart being sold as aquatic. It will not survive underwater. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, guys, unfortunately, this was just a quick pop-up stream looking at the stuff in the UK. Now, the video was frozen for a while on the other store. So before I totally leave, let me just make sure. It froze around on, I think it was this tank. So let me just play through so you can see what you missed while it was frozen. Thanks for showing the store. Nick, you might be able to do this kind of visit if you go to, I'm not going to try and pronounce that. But I want to show you the different tanks that you missed. So here's the square. I do feel like the tanks there were pretty expensive. At least the biorbs, I'm not paying 150 for a circular 16 8-gallon tank. But I do like the little individual LED strips that they had on some of these, and just like the weird diamond shaped tanks. Like, I'm sure we have these, but like I don't see this kind of stuff in Petco all the time, you know. Like that's kind of insane looking. I don't know what I'd ever put in there, but it is crazy looking. Look at moving the price tag. Gotta touch everything. This one looks like a Brita filter. This one right here, I don't know what this is for. They put that on rollback. No one wants it. And I filled them. It looks like a Brita filter. Let's see. Shrimp, yeah, they have a Google kind of webcam to visit the shop via computer/phone. Ooh. I'll take a look at that. And yeah, another square tank, and that's what I was saying, the LEDs look kind of cool. A lot of things with the heater and stuff included. A lot of kits. Now, oh, that's the thing. You notice there's like no just bare tanks. Everything they sell has like at least a light included and a filter included. So I thought that was kind of interesting. They don't really even give you the like you can't buy a $10 tank. At least from what I saw. I think that's most. Oh, and this is the strips. $20 for 25 strips, test strips. I feel like 20 pounds actually. I feel like that's pretty expensive. And then I wanted to show the bunny enclosure. I thought that this was pretty fun. Like, look at this. This is premium, and the tops are open, so you can peek down at them. Nice pet store. I thought it was nice. They deleted the function. Okay. Well, guys, I gotta actually dip. Sorry for leaving so quickly, but yeah, I'm on the road. I don't know exactly when I'll be back, but I wanted to stop in, do a quick stream, take a look at these stores, this legacy footage. Maybe I'll upload it like raw sometime for members to look at, if that's something you'd be interested in. But yeah, just saying hi, Nikum. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to make it back over there across the pond again soon. And yeah, this has been In My Tanks. Wait, William said thanks for the stream. Cool to see stores overseas. You're welcome. You're welcome. Just stopping by. But this has been In My Tanks. Out.